Okay, welcome back to the Tournament of Heroes, and oh boy, Trigon is still in the game. He could go all the way and defeat everyone that could possibly pose a threat to him. Cyborg valiantly trying to defend the Earth, because we all know if Trigon manages to win this competition, this paltry little fun competition, he's going to cause the destruction of the Earth and transform it into a hellish nightmare, just as he's done with this place that he's taken control of after leaving Raven's mind. And so far, Cyborg is unable to stand up to him. But round 2, with a whole lot of luck, may end up differently. We just have to hope. So far, it seems like Cyborg is being torn apart. Luckily, however, this hellish, nightmarish scape that Trigon has created is working slightly against him. Those huge swinging axes and the raining meteors causing him a little bit of trouble as well. But he's still causing a lot of damage to Cyborg, just beating the absolute hell out of him. And Trigon comes out victorious. Oh, we'll just have to see what that means later on. For now though, something a little more jovial. Beast Boy versus Control Freak. So finally, Control Freak isn't being pitted against some random henchmen that other supervillains have been using. Now it's an actual hero versus the villain, and it looks like Beast Boy is definitely going to come out on top here. After taking an easy ride thanks to such lucky matchups that Control Freak had, after taking such an easy ride through this tournament, Control Freak is finally going to get what's coming to him, finally face an actual challenge, and it seems to be proving too much for him. Beast Boy wins. And it seems like Beast Boy is actually bringing his A-game, finally. No longer distracted with thoughts of his side jobs as a clown and as a fry cook. Now he's in full hero gear, and he's teaching Control Freak a lesson. Control Freak is able to hang on though, is able to fight back. He is a supervillain still after all. But without an army of his own minions at play, without complete control of the area he's fighting in, he's not able to do much. He's got quite a lot of gadgets up his sleeve, but they're not proving to be a match for Beast Boy. And should I have expected any differently, Madmod once again getting to fight in his territory. So Robin, in his battles, he managed to pull them over to his special arena inside his mind to gain an upper hand. Madmod fighting Robin in his special landscape. Robin will not only have to overcome Madmod himself and the mechanical contraption he's built to fight against him, but he's also got to go up against the very environment itself, having to fight off against mental manipulation as he's slowly being hypnotized, made drowsy, And of course Madmod will have control over this environment, able to summon enormous pillars down from seemingly nowhere to crush Robin. And so far it seems like Robin is trying to overcome the effects of this area, but Madmod is still getting the upper hand. And even some showboating from Madmod. The villain summoning sculptures of himself to flatten Robin. Robin desperately trying to throw anything he has on his belt at the villain, trying to overwhelm him with flashbangs and explosives. Madmod just able to power through them. Just like with Control Freak and his easy matchups, Madmod getting to fight the heroes in his own private residence, able to use the environment to his advantage. I'm really hoping that Madmod gets some comeuppance later on, because as it looks right now, he's definitely going to go through to the next round. Yeah, Robin has been defeated, and Madmod goes through. Now another famous matchup, Raven versus Terra. And just like before in their famous bout, seems like they're fighting in a grimy, sludgy place. Let's see if history will repeat itself, or if Raven will come out on top this time. Either way, we're in for one hell of a battle. These two having quite the grudge to settle here. So far it's fairly neck and neck. Each of them really laying in a bunch of hits to the other, really trying to knock the other one flat down on the floor, and the both of them doing their all to defend themselves. And considering Raven and Terra's abilities, they're sticking quite close together, using their fists more than anything.
This has got to be a new low for opponents. Ouch! That had
So far, Raven is leading. Terra has been knocked down once. Will she be knocked out this time?
That's my kind of magic.
Again, Terra, utilizing that discus of solid rock to defend herself, letting it take the brunt of any hit that comes her way. And now the sludge comes into play. Let's see if that will make things more tricky for either one of them, as they have to maneuver around in that goop.
You're not looking too good.
Didn't seem to affect them too badly, and now they've managed to work their way out of it. Seems like Raven is trying to knock Terra back into it. Although the two of them do spend a lot of time hovering off of the ground, so
This has got to be a new low for opponents.
they may be hovering right above it.
Ouch! That had
Raven having difficulty getting past that solid bedrock.
That's my kind of magic.
Oh, and now Terra. Using Raven like a rag doll, just flinging her around.
You're not looking too good. That's my kind of magic.
Throwing her into the goop. No idea if it's toxic or anything like that.
One last chance to give it up.
Each of them are fighting tooth and nail to secure a victory.
Oh, brother. You're not looking too good.
And Terra has managed to pull back a win, so it comes down to this deciding round. Entering round 3, and immediately they're upon one another. It seems like the biggest trouble Raven has is just getting past Terra's defences. Walls of rock getting in her way again and again and again.
Is that supposed to be impressive?
Oh, and now Raven has caught Terra in one hell of a combo, just battering her across the screen and beating her when she's down.
That's my kind of magic.
Oh yeah, Raven is definitely catching Terra off guard now. Just beating her back and forth, pummeling her face. Terra trying to fight back, but it's hopeless, and Raven comes out the winner. So, Trigon, Beast Boy, Madmod and Raven enter the semi-finals. And I'm thinking I can guess how this is going to play out. Right now we're seeing Beast Boy versus Trigon. We need someone to save us from hell on earth, but I don't think it's going to be Beast Boy. If Starfire and Cyborg were beaten pretty handily by him, I doubt Beast Boy is going to pull out a victory.
Prepare to enter the darkness forever.
Although I could be surprised. And what a surprise it would be. At the moment, it doesn't look like Beast Boy can barely stand before he's getting set on fire, exploded, and thrown across the screen. Trigon wins very quickly there. But going into round 2, maybe things could change.
Am I great or what?
Right now, Trigon is just trying to crush Beast Boy like a bug. And setting him on fire multiple times.
I am a 1B superhero team.
Beast Boy is still coming back, still trying to fight, turning into different forms to try and overwhelm Trigon in some way. And he seems to be managing it. Until Trigon comes back with a flurry of fiery attacks. And once again, this hellish arena that Trigon has built in the real world, having escaped from Raven's mind, is proving to be a problem for the both of them. Axes and meteors smashing against either one.
Dude, lose already.
And Trigon wins. I think there's only one real hope we have when we move into the final. Because now, it's Raven versus Madmod, and a ton of events. While Madmod was able to pull in other competitors to his realm, to his private residence to fight against them, gaining an environmental advantage as he controls the battlefield. Now Raven has pulled Madmod into her own mind to fight her in this crazy realm.
Is that supposed to be impressive?
And so far, Madmod, for all the might his tin soldier has, is getting pummeled.
You're beginning to annoy me, you little snot.
Madmod fighting back, but I think without the hypnotic aura of his private home, as well as being able to control enormous pillars and sculptures of himself falling from the skies, he's not going to win. So far, Raven in the lead as we head into round 2.
That's my kind of magic.
Looks as if the sun is setting on your empire, ducky.
And Madmod might be running away slightly now. Raven intent on not letting him escape.
Looks as if the sun is setting on your empire, ducky.
Perhaps Madmod is trying to gain the high ground in order to defeat Raven. We'll have to see if the tactic pays off.
Is that supposed to be impressive?
Right now, it doesn't seem like it. With one hell of a vicious magical uppercut, Madmod goes flying and spinning through the air.
That's my kind of magic.
Time for you to bow down before your new ruler.
The two are having quite the scrap down there in that little nook. Just trading hits back and forth.
Beginning to annoy me, you little snot.
And I don't think Madmod will be able to survive for much longer.
Oh, brother.
Although he may just about manage to pull back a victory. No, Raven wins. And luckily she wins as well, because heading into the final, well, there we have it. Trigon versus Raven. As if there could be any matchup greater than that. And as we can see, Trigon, in all his hellish glory, has seeked out Raven for this final encounter. Raven, more powerful than ever, is able to gain control of her emotions. She's at peace, she's at one with the universe, and she's showing it off in her white costume and cloak.
You have now had a taste of your eventual doom.
Will Raven be able to save the world from damnation? Because much more than just winning the tournament, if Trigon wins and has defeated every hero that could stand in his way, he's going to go on a rampage and change the Earth into his version of paradise, into his world.
Is that supposed to be impressive?
And so far, Trigon wins with barely a scratch to him. Raven, please, save us!
Never were a match for me.
That's my kind of magic.
So far, Trigon just beating her down, overwhelming her with his hellish might.
This has got to be
Raven fighting back though, pouring forth all sorts of magic.
Prepare to enter the darkness forever.
This has got to be a new low for opponents.
Clawing at him with a magical aura.
Have no fears. You were doomed from the beginning.
Oh, brother.
never were a match.
It seems like Raven is pulling off some pretty good moves to avoid Trigon's attacks, leaping out of the way, and then coming back in
Have no
to hit him whilst he's off guard.
Is that supposed to be impressive?
Trigon, still enormously powerful, however. She's got to be very careful indeed.
You never were a match.
Is that supposed to be
Fireballs and bolts of purple energy exploding and launching around the arena.
You have now had a taste of your eventual doom.
This has got to be a new low for opponents.
And I think Raven has pulled back a victory. So it all comes down to this. The deciding fight, not only for the Tournament of Heroes, to find out who the greatest hero or villain in the entire world and beyond is, but also whether Earth is going to be transformed into a hellish nightmare or not. Right now, Trigon is just setting fire to Raven over and over again, exploding her, launching plasma-ish hellfire against her. But Raven trying to claw back a victory by hitting Trigon with huge fists and huge claws made out of purple energy. Oh, come on, Raven! Trigon wins. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. What a tournament it was. Very exciting. Everyone put on a hell of a show and a hell of a fight. Good luck to you all out there as Trigon brings his wrath to Earth, and I'm going to go now. Good luck to everyone. I'm going. Goodbye, and good luck to you all.